Well, I finally did a bodybuilding show, my first one. I kind of just wanted to talk about what it was like doing my first show, since this was the first time I've competed, and I'd been considering it for a while, but I never pulled the trigger until now. So I just wanted to kind of tell you guys what that was like. Wrote down some notes so I wouldn't forget what to talk about. So why did I want to go into bodybuilding? Was I've always loved lifting. I got into it in high school when I started lifting to play. Some fireworks in the background. I got into lifting for high school for my football team. I had to start lifting then. I was still very skinny then though. I struggled throughout all of high school and college to put on like much weight, if any. Between all of high school and college, I sat probably between 140 to 160 through all of that. It wasn't until recently, these past 2 years, I made the jump from about 160 to 198, which is where I started at prep for this. I was between 200 and 198, which is the heaviest I've ever been, and that kind of helped to motivate me to want to do bodybuilding because I'd finally figured out how to gain size, how to properly gain muscle, and I was feeling more confident in myself and with my physique. It made me realize like this thing that I've always thought about doing might actually be feasible. Yeah, because it wasn't up until I finished college, I got a job, and then I decided I wanted to take the gym a bit more seriously to see what I was capable of. Because I would lift, but I wouldn't really have a consistent routine, diet, or sleep schedule. Like I was going to the gym and telling myself I was making progress, but I really wasn't. So then these past like 2.5 years, I really buckled down. Probably January of 2024 was when I really just like sat down and was like, I'm gonna take this seriously as I can. And for like 6 months straight, I was just completely locked in. For the first 3 months, I did 75 hard and completed that challenge. And afterwards, for about 3 more months, I still went to the gym pretty hard and consistently. Afterwards, though, took a small break from the gym. Wasn't going as hard. Was still going consistently, but kind of just eased off of it a bit. But then winter started coming, and I noticed I had been slacking a little too much. So I made it my New Year's resolution. I wasn't even going to do a show yet. I was just going to do 75 again because I really liked the structure of it and how well it worked for me before. It was something I knew worked and that I could do. So I was going to do that again to get back in shape. But a friend of mine pushed me to sign up for a bodybuilding show because he had seen me the year prior in 2024 during the 75 hard. I kept saying, maybe I'll do a show, maybe I'll do a show. But I never signed up for one. So he finally talked me into it at the beginning of this year. He's like, look, you keep saying you want to do a show. Research it tonight and sign up for one. Otherwise, you won't do it. And he was absolutely right. If I hadn't sat down that night as he told me to and researched shows, I probably would not have competed. I would have just kept saying that I wanted to compete, which is the biggest thing. If you feel like you want to do a show and you've been telling yourself for a while, I want to do a show, but you're like, oh, I'm not ready yet. I don't know if I can do it. Just got to sign up for one and do it. Otherwise, you'll never be ready. You'll never feel like you're ready for a show. And after having done a show, one of the greatest experiences I have with lifting and with fitness in general, like I had so much fun, but I never would have done that if I hadn't just sat down and signed up for a show, even though I felt like maybe I'm not quite ready for it. So let's talk about actually getting ready for the show and what that was like. So I started in January of 2025. Oh, excuse me. And I cut for 6 months-ish, six and a half, because I went from literally January 1st, right after New Year's was when I started, to the end of June. So almost 7 months of cutting. And I did have a coach. I hired a coach who he reached out to me on Instagram because I started a lifting account. He's competed before. Great guy, Coach Cole. Really helped me out a lot. Gave me a lot of the experience I needed and helped with the nerves for a first-time show, which is something I'd recommend to you guys is consider getting a coach if you want to do a show, as someone who's competed before can help you with like peak week, with posing. They've got experience backstage. They know kind of what the flow of a show is like. They know like about signing up for it, registering, going to the hotel, like all that stuff. And they'll get your body ready before you step on stage. So I started eating quite a bit. I was eating a slight deficit. My maintenance calories when I was at my peak activity for 75 hard was about 3,000 calories a day. So I was eating a good bit, but I put myself into a deficit because I was starting at around 200 pounds and I wanted to lose weight. That was my goal from the get-go. So I put myself at around 2,800 to start. And slowly over the course of that 6 months, at the end, I ended at 1,600 calories a day. So cut by over 1,200 calories. That's the deficit I was in. And you definitely start to feel it. Like different people will be at different calorie levels. So like maybe when you're prepping for a show, you'll be at a higher calorie count than I was, or you'll be at a lower one. But the effects will be the same regardless. You'll lose strength. Hopefully not a ton if you're getting enough protein in. You won't lose all your strength, but it'll be noticeable. And your energy. You will have no energy. You will just be exhausted constantly. It's not a fun feeling. It's definitely tough because you've got friends that want to go out and do stuff, and you're gonna have to sit there and be like, I don't know if I can tonight, guys. Like, I don't have calories. I'm so low on energy right now. Like, if I go out, I would just probably fall asleep wherever we went. So those are some of the sacrifices you have to make, is also your social life and the people around you can be affected with the show. And it's not something you really notice going into it. Is like my girlfriend, I couldn't go out on dates with her as much as I wanted to. Or if we did, she would feel bad because I'm sitting there and I'm looking for the healthiest option on the menu and I'm getting like half a grilled chicken breast and eating that at dinner. So it's very much as it's a solo sport, it's definitely a team endeavor. Like your family, your friends, your loved ones, they will be affected by this process. But hopefully they'll support you as much as they can. And it'll be a positive experience. These dang fireworks. They're going crazy with it. Another thing you'll face with this is a lot of people have this issue in general regarding the gym, not even for bodybuilding. It's the motivation aspect. A lot of people ask me, like, what do you do like when you lack motivation? You need a purpose. Like when you have a goal in mind, you don't really need the motivation. It's more of a task that has to get done. You have to do it. So it's not really, oh, I want to do this in the moment, because that fades. You're not going to always have the motivation. You're not always going to wake up one day and be like, man, I feel like hitting 1,000,000 sets on bench press. Like, especially when you're cutting and the energy's low. Like, there's going to be days where you're like, I don't want to do this. But when you have that goal and you're actually signed up for a show, it's a completely different mindset, because you're like, this is coming. And like, if I skip out on this day, who's going to be there at that show that didn't skip out on this day? You know, like your competition isn't skipping or missing days. Like they're not slacking on tracking their calories. They're not slacking on hitting their cardio. Everyone's coming at their best. So if you don't, you're going to regret it at the end, and you're not going to do as well. So let's talk about show week. So the week leading up to the event, actually 2 weeks leading up to the event, my coach had me do a practice carb up Friday, show up at the hotel, check-in in the lobby. People were pretty nice. Met the organizers. Gave me a shaker cup and a little sleeveless hoodie with the OCB Colonial on it. So that's pretty cool. After checking in, got the room, went and got set up in the room. Then I went to the gym to practice my band routine that I would do backstage. So I have some footage of that. Ran that for a bit, did a couple practice sets, and then did some posing just to make sure I'm ready for at the show. I can warm up and do that within the time limit I have. After that, quick shower, dry off, quick shave of the body, just touching up everything. Then go for the spray tan, get spray tan down, come back to the room, check out how it looks. That was pretty fun. Never had a spray tan before, so that was a new experience, which you do have to shave your whole body. If you're in classic physique, you gotta shave even more because you're in the Speedo. With men's physique, I had the trunks on, like the shorts, so I didn't have to shave as much. Then, show day. So for show day, I woke up in the room. I'd slept on the couch on some extra sheets I'd brought from home as to not stain anything with my spray tan. I literally slept like I was in a coffin. I slept on my back, arms at the side, because I didn't want to ruin the spray tan at all, which it worked pretty well. I didn't have any splotches in the tan. I ate a little bit of rice with a chicken breast for breakfast. A little bit of water, just sipping on it on the way to the show. Then we started to drive to the venue, pretty close by. Walk in, get organized with staff, go set stuff down in the back room. I get my second spray tan layer, which that was pretty sick. Afterwards, we went outside and I did a couple poses outside just to see how it looked in natural lighting. That was pretty sick. Then we go backstage, the dressing rooms where everybody's getting ready. They give us the pre-stage speech before we go on. We get glazed up. After glazing up, I get a little quick pump backstage, and then we walk out. We go on stage, and when you go out on stage, it was crazy for the first time. Because when you're first walking out, you can almost see everybody perfectly in the crowd. And then you get to center stage and all the lights are on you, directly pointed at you and your face, and everything just gets washed out. It's just white. So then you can't see anybody, and all you hear is them clapping. But then as you start posing and the judges start rotating you, everything just fades out. It goes dead silent. I might have some footage. I was doing my solo posing thing, and I had no clue. They were playing Bad Blood by Taylor Swift for me, a remix version of that. Had no clue it was on. And let's talk about the results. So, as you can tell by the medal and the sword I've been sitting with all video, I won first place in my debut class. That's why I got this medal. Lost the overall, so I didn't win the overall for debut. So I came second overall, but I won my class, which was pretty cool. I competed against two other guys. They were very nice, talked to them backstage. And then for the sword, I also applied for open. I joined that. So I got second place in my class in open. So not second place overall, but second place in my class, which was surprisingly well. I did not think I'd do this well in my first show. And it's very motivating going forward. Because now I have, after doing the competition, I now kind of have a reference in my mind of where I stack up against the people who also compete. Whereas before I was kind of going into it blind. I'd never done a show, and I didn't really know how my physique would compare to other people. So now what's next? I'm trying to grow on social media. I'm trying to grow my Instagram, my YouTube, expand this channel. And my goal with those are I want to help first-time lifters, first-time competitors like me, who are doing natural competitions and might be concerned about, signing up for the first time, or somebody who's just getting into the gym. that I want to help them avoid all those mistakes I made so many years back and all that time I wasted. But I think everybody, you know, should practice fitness. You don't got to be a Mr. Olympia. Maybe you go to the gym like twice a week. But I just feel like everybody should be active, should go to the gym. It's a great place. It's a great hobby. I love it. I'm also looking into potentially doing personal training in the future. I think I want to get certified with an org, get a personal training certificate, continue to pursue that. So that might come in the future. I don't know. I want to put out more vlogs for you guys, more educational content to help everybody. And I want to help more of my friends near me, my followers. Like, I want to help them avoid my mistakes I made early on. I want to help you guys get into either competing or just lifting in general, to just help those people who were skinny like me, who struggled to put on weight. Help those guys bulk up quick, because it's pretty rough if you don't know what you're doing. And then currently, competition-wise, I'm going back on a lean bulk currently. I'm going around this for a while, quite extensively, because I do want to put on some solid size before I compete next and make sure I really take care of the weaknesses that I have in my physique, which number one currently being my chest. I need to grow my chest a lot, so that'll take a while. But I don't want to put on bad weight. So I'm going to take my time, do a nice lean bulk, little main gain, and then come back at it after a couple years, cut back down. And the goal is a pro card. I will get a pro card. It will happen. I'm hoping it's the next show. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm going to put all my energy into it. I want a pro card at my next show. So that's the goal. That's the dream. And now we just got to put in the work to achieve it. I hope this video helps to inspire you guys to compete if you're thinking about it or on the fence, or to just get into the gym in general. It's a great hobby, you know. It's really changed my life. I wouldn't be here trying to record this video if I didn't love it so much, if I wasn't so passionate about it. But I just wanted to talk about my experience, so hopefully it can help a few of you out there who are competing for the first time to avoid some of my mistakes or know what's coming for you at your first show. Thank you guys. See you later.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
There's the money shot.
He's so happy.
I'm not used to that anymore.